An Italian cruise ship turned away by Thailand and Malaysia over COVID-19 fears has docked in Singapore. More than 600 passengers had left the Costa Fortuna by midday, according to the latest official update.
Well, none of the 2,000 people on board is said to be showing any symptoms of fever or respiratory illness, but everyone on board will have to go through health screenings, as Ahmad Khan reports.
Costa Fortuna appeared on the horizon just after 7 a.m. on Tuesday. In about an hour's time, the voyage for the 2,000-odd passengers would come to an end.
I'm on board a bumboat and I'm just meters away from the Costa Fortuna. Now, the ship had just docked at the Marina Bay Cruise Center a while ago. I understand that passengers on board the ship are waiting to disembark. Now, it seems quite peaceful and not a lot going on, at least from what I can see, other than pockets of passengers just hanging around by their room balconies.
Among the passengers were dozens of Italians, whose home country has been placed under lockdown as COVID-19 spreads among its population. At about 9 a.m., passengers started walking through a link bridge that took them back to land. Just last week, Costa Fortuna was turned away from Phuket and Penang amid COVID-19 fears. Singapore authorities are stressing that this is a scheduled call and that Singapore is one of the ship's home ports. Unscheduled calls have been disallowed here since 24th February. In the past 2 weeks, the country has handled more than 10 scheduled calls by cruise ships and disembarked more than 5,000 passengers. Costa Fortuna had not picked up any new passengers since it left Singapore last Tuesday. It has also cancelled its next cruise that was due to depart here today.
Well, all passengers who recently travelled to affected regions, including northern Italy and Iran, will be transferred directly to the airport. They had entered Singapore and boarded the Costa Fortuna before a travel ban came into force last week. Now, Singapore says almost all foreign passengers will leave the country within 2 days. Fariz Juraimi with the story.
Costa Fortuna passengers who have been to affected regions in the last 2 weeks have completed enhanced one-on-one screening by Health Ministry licensed doctors. They've been certified fit to travel. Authorities did not specify how many of such passengers were on board. For the rest, they still had to go through thermal and visual screenings to check for COVID-19 symptoms after they disembarked. Security was tight at the terminal on Tuesday, with the arrival and departure halls closed to the public and media. Buses were waiting at the compound since morning, some of which had labels that marked the passengers' flight numbers or hotel names. Despite their holiday plans taking an unexpected turn, some passengers still managed to make the most out of it.
Everything is okay. People are happy. We had a lot of fun.
More than an hour after the ship docked at 8 a.m., some passengers began leaving the terminal in the buses. The authorities said that they have been taken directly to the airport for their flights or to their hotels.